Oh my god, I can't tell you how much this episode was both amazing and heart-wrenching because, my god, Lee, a lot of stuff does happen for a 25 minute episode. And honestly, I was a little nervous because it was covering like a bunch of final stuff, but it actually did pretty well. And it ended in one hell of a oh shit moment. And depressing one too, despite the fact that they did won the Battle of Priestella. But I'm getting ahead of myself. There are 4 sections I'm going to cover in this video. I'll have the timestamps for where if you want to just be interested in my thoughts on the specific one. But the first one we are going to for sure cover is the final battle of Beatrice, Otto, and eventually Fel coming in versus Lai, Bat, and Kaidos. When it comes down to the battle against Lai, or at least the final portions of it, I really do like how there is banter because Lai, Bat, and Kaidos has the memories of Rem, and he's using that to taunt Beatrice. Beatrice doesn't react too much to it unless she was compared to Roswell, and that kind of does annoy the hell out of her. I like Otto kind of saying that, I see why you are Subaru's contracted spirit, because Beatrice is as reckless as Subaru. I think I love that more because it shows that Beatrice and Subaru are really just one of a kind and are meant to be contractor and contracted spirit. Not only that, but they explain how Beatrice woke up and it was through these mana crystals that essentially allow her to use one of her overpowered abilities. And she only can use 5 of them. She needs to leave one for Puck. And this is important because it comes back to sort of put her in a position a little bit later on in this fight. But Liban and Kaidos is a damn well threat, and he quite literally wiped everyone out, knocked out Gaston this time. He ate 3 people, like their name and their memories, so essentially putting them in such a way that I like the visuals of them just completely breaking and crystallizing because they are effectively gone now. And yeah, whenever in what seems to be danger from him reaching them, Beatrice using Shamak is cool, and Felt does come back into the picture, lands one hell of a hit, and it looks like he was not happy about that because the dude literally teleported and ended up right behind her and is about to essentially eat her name and possibly memories, only for that to completely fail. So it shows us another downside of one of the abilities, like the witch factors, because for a while we saw the effects of sloth. That being it takes physical damage every time he uses it, but that's because both Subaru and Betelgeuse are not exactly compatible with the slot with witch factor. And here with Laibat and Kaidos, the thing is, he does eat the name Felt, but the problem is that Felt is not Felt's real name, a big revelation. And this sort of causes him to compulse, essentially throw up, because, it's the whole theme of food and stuff. And I like Beatrice and Felt using the staff to blow him away, quite literally. And I like their little banter. I like that Beatrice looks at the staff like she knows that this is a connection with her mother, Echidna. And it's a little hint of just like how much of importance Echidna still is to Beatrice, despite having her entire focus be on Subaru. But obviously that banter kind of goes away whenever Libat and Kaidos not only gets back up, but Dynas' attempt to kill him fails, and his ankles are kind of just damaged badly. And Otto, I love that Otto sensed danger, saved Beatrice, and unfortunately got really, really screwed that I don't even think YouTube would like it if I show it. So just think that his legs are pretty much they're doable, they can be fixed, healed, but they're fucked. And yes, we get the reveal of Rui Arneb, or as most of us kind of knew it before, Louis Arneb. Now, with Rui, I genuinely like how different she is, and the voice. Oh my god, the voice. It is intriguing. And I like that just Rui is there. She kind of knows that her brother has been beaten up and that they're not really winning anymore, and that it's probably time to retreat because, as she says, Roy Alphard doesn't really listen to them. He's basically more focused on Capella. And with Laibat and Kaidos, he literally just got his ass handed to him. So we know that Rui essentially knows that it's time to retreat and that she promises to back off, which Beatrice is. Obviously, Beatrice, Felt, and Otto, because he's still in the fight in a sense, they all kind of know that they shouldn't really take the bishop's word, as they should take it with a grain of salt. And even Beatrice looked like she was contemplating on continuing fighting, but because she wants to help Puck and that they need to help Otto and the others right now, that it's probably wise to not fight. Which, I mean, Rui I think she wanted a fight. She was trying to gauge whether or not they were smart enough to continue a fight that might have actually ended up in a loss, because I think here it's more of a stalemate, and a lot of it is due to the fact that Rui wants Felt's name and memories, but because Felt's name is false, she did accuse her that she was obviously falsifying her name and stuff. But upon learning that Felt has been called like that since childhood, since she was abandoned, that she doesn't even know that what is her real name for Gluttony to take it over. So that actually intrigued Rui. But sticking around wasn't going to help. So yeah, that's how that fight ends. And oh my god, I really like it. Rui is a taunting threat. And I don't know what to say. Like, damn, girl, you really are making us all hate you. And it's effective, because, I mean, she damaged Dinah, she hurt Otto, and she's taunting both Beatrice and Felt. And the fact that she taunts everyone, like, do you want to still keep fighting? And it's like, no, I think both sides are kind of good. Because Lai is probably on his death's door. And seeing a full solar eclipse ability is impressive as hell. But yeah, fight was amazing, because that was essentially the conclusion to the Priestella fight. Because now we can move on to the next section, the aftermath. As for the aftermath, we have Subaru, Emilia reunite with Beatrice, and I really like how Beatrice, obviously she's worried for Subaru, but shows some concern to Emilia, and calling her Emilia, which shows that she has grown within her right since that 1 year time skip. We see Anastasia meet up with them. Obviously, Subaru and Emilia are surprised, like the place where Subaru did his speech is kind of collapsed. We have Subaru and Emilia check on Garfield. Dude is injured. Mimi comes in, like, funny shenanigans. Obviously, they're worried for Otto, and I like the conversations here. Like, genuinely, they're the trio, the bro trio. Like, they will take care of each other and will obviously check on one another should one of them be injured. And in this case, two are injured. While Subaru, although he was injured, funnily enough, he's still better off than what Garfield and Otto has to deal with. Which kind of shows that Subaru's kind of evolved from season 1, where, I mean, those injuries would have left him be hospitalized for a bit. Well, right now, he took a bunch of injuries. He's recovering. Like, he's recovered enough to where he fought Greed and survived, as well as beat Greed on one loop, which is impressive, but not the point. The whole thing is, Otto does tell Subaru about Sirius, like they've captured the Sin Archbishop, which, by the way, there is a little cut content here. Subaru and Emilia and Beatrice are supposed to first meet Priscilla and Al, have a little conversation, and then Al leads them to Sirius. And the conversation with Sirius is pretty much what I'd expect. It's mostly banter, less banter, more trying to question her, and she's really not reliable in a sense. Like, her focus is on Betelgeuse, and it makes sense that they should ask a Sin Archbishop, what is everyone's plan, why everyone came together. It's like, I mean, the gospel, yes, but not everyone is trying to, say, revive the Witch of Envy like Betelgeuse is, or do what Regulus was doing of finding more wives that he wants. It's like everyone's doing their own thing, and the gospel just so happened to make sure everyone can be right there in the city of Priestella at the same time. So it was an uncoordinated attack per se. But it also shows something that I was thinking of a future video. But the main reason that I think that the Witches Cult lost this fight, like, yeah, they won a few little battles here and there, but they lost the fight of Priestella because they weren't a team. And it kind of shows because they all don't really care about the other. And, I mean, it is what it is. But Sirius trying to sing was so fucking odd because she's so tone deaf. It's hilarious. And it seems like Liliana did sorta made an impact on her. But the main focus here is that Sirius knows that Subaru and Betelgeuse are different. but she says that Betelgeuse is within him and that she'll do everything she can to wake him up. So maybe there's a bit of a hint that maybe we might see Betelgeuse again. And considering that Emilia figured out that Betelgeuse is within Subaru in a sense, in that one episode that they were able to destroy Regulus's heart from Emilia's heart, that kind of might be the indicator, but who knows. Outside of that, we get a meeting with Subaru, Emilia, Anastasia, Felix, Wilhelm. Like, they're all there having their discussion on the matter of keeping Sirius alive. And yeah, Felix is obviously wants to keep her because Felix has the delusional hope that she's the key to fixing what's wrong with Crush. And Anastasia has to be the one to tell her, like, why are we asking Wrath for something of gluttony or lust? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's super trying to be the middle ground, and that doesn't work. But other than that, I did like that the conversation, because Priscilla was there, that honestly for the victims of lust, they should be killed, like mercy kill, because why are they going to be stuck like that as bugs? Because they were really remade, their bodies were recreated to be the bugs, so there's no real way to heal them outside of possibly more dragon blood. But Emilia finds an alternative, because they don't want to kill them. Like, that'd be something unfair for them, because they probably can find a way to fix that situation. So she kind of freezes them. So in a similar way to how she was frozen for a while and asleep, they'll put the lust victims in a sleep, so that way it's more or less helpful, or maybe not helpful, maybe as a way of hopefully being able to find some cure at some point before they go and unthaw them so they can cure them. And yeah, then we get Liliana's song, which helps around. Kiritaka and Subaru talking is pretty nice, a treat from two characters that haven't interacted as much this season. And then we have the two kids, the ones that started it all, really. And I think I agree with Subaru, it's like, it feels nice that these two, like, after everything they went through, they were able to save the two. One through Subaru and Emilia, the other one through Priscilla and Liliana. And it's just nice that they can kind of be kids after everything that happened. And then Subaru reunites with Ricardo. Like, obviously Ricardo lost his hand, poor dog man. And yeah, and then we lead to the next section that is honestly pretty sad. Julius unfortunately lost his name. And it's notable because of the visuals. The thing I love about ReZero is definitely the visuals for the anime and manga. But the light novel and web novel is for the way they describe it. And for here, specifically anime, is that we have Subaru who's in the light, who's obviously having the best thing because he survived. His friends survived. Everyone he cares about survived. And Julius is all inside, all in the dark, because the darkest thing happened. He is forgotten. No one recognizes him or anything because of gluttony. And whenever Subaru calls out to him and is acting, the same way he normally would act pre-Name Eden, Julius's reaction is showing of hope. And the fact that Subaru's coming in from the light into the darkness, it's like he's there to bring hope to Julius. And you can see it in his voice first, or hear in his voice, that it's like, Subaru, you know me? Like, it genuinely leaves him baffled and with hope, a little bit of hope, because someone does remember him. And then Emilia comes in, and you can see it in his eyes, like a glow, like a spark of hope in his eyes. And unfortunately, once he closes them, that is more of a signification that, yeah, all hope is lost, that Emilia doesn't remember him. Subaru obviously freaks out, because this is the same thing that happened in Season 1 Director's Cut, that who is Rem? Now, who is Julius? What a fucking way to end the season. Like, that meme again of, oh shit, here we go again. And Emilia's just a bearer of bad news at that point. But I like the visuals. I think it's heartwarming that at the very least Subaru remembers, because let's remember, Julius does want to be Subaru's friend. And now it's in the position where Julius is not going to want anything to happen to Subaru, because he's the very last thing that's kind of keeping him in this world, per se. Not that he wants to, a game end himself, but it's more that the last person who knows Julius. We're in a unique position where we have a character whose name has been eaten, but their memories are still intact. Because if we recall, Rem was the one of both. Cruise lost her memories, but not her name. And now we're in the peculiar position that we have a main character, by the way, that had his name eaten, but not his memories. So, yeah, Arc 6 is next season's gonna be fucking wilding. And speaking of next season, yeah, I wasn't planning on making this a section, but considering that they teased it right after the damn anime ended of this season, I might as well talk about it. Season 4 looks phenomenal, and the fact that we're going to go and meet Shala, and god damn, is this going to be important for Subaru's arc, Emilia's arc to a degree? Meili's there, by the way. Ram being in the center and Rem is the hyper focus, because all of this is going to be, we gotta fix Rem now. Gluttony has made an appearance. They're going to come back, and trust me on this, it is going to be the biggest hype season of all time, because I believe Arc 6 is where we reach the highest of highs. Not that we've reached the lowest of lows after this. It's more that this is the peak of Subaru's character, where he can go. The finality of reaching the problem he's had since the beginning of the series of self-hatred. This is where you can reach self-love. And there's a lot to do with gluttony, I can guarantee you. But this season, Julius has a big role too, because, oh my god, him and Anastasia do join them in this. And I don't know, I don't want to spoil a lot of stuff, but my god, Lee, Arc 6, oh man, Season 4 is going to be damn hype. But let's get back on track real quick. What was this episode's rating? It is a 1,000 out of 10. Look, the beginning part is just the final remnants of the fight. But the way it flows into the end of that, to conclude that, and then reach the more peaceful stuff, talking amongst themselves, getting some information, and then the fucking reveal that Julius's name has been eaten, that no one remembers Julius, it is fire. And I just love ReZero for it. Yes, I will make a Core 2 review, and by the way, I will make a full season review. They're gonna be separate on how I'm gonna tackle them, but I hope you all are ready for it, because after I finish this video and it's posted, guarantee that I'm starting that Core 2 video, because my golly, I got a lot to say. But anyway, this is Green Warrior 201 signing out. Peace.